Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Unit 11, BSBOPS402 Coordinate Business Operation Plan. This is Assessment Task 2. Yesterday, we covered the content and Task 1 that was covered yesterday. As usual, please write all the detail and send me this file with any of the other relevant attachment. I always need the signed document. It's compulsory. Okay. Always have your student signature, the date you are signing, date you are submitting, the due date. What is the due date? Let me tell you, 1, 2, 3. Can we say 25th? Yeah, week 1, 2, 3. Yep, 25th of September. 25092022. This is all standard requirement of develop and implement an operation plan. You can use any study guide, any learning material. That's fine. That's fine. Yes, 2 attempts, as we know already. That's all good. That's all good. Right. This is where we asked. This task is to be completed using simulated workplace provided in the appendices. Okay. Instruction. This task requires you to analyze relevant policies, procedure, and consult with others in order to create, implement, monitor the progress of an operation plan. The purpose of the task is to ensure you are prepared to effectively plan for and carry out operation plan task in line with the organization requirement, as well as to ensure that the ongoing action is taken to support all resources and staff involved in the operation plan and its success. There are 6 stages in this assessment. You are to complete this task using the scenario and the workplace document provided in the appendices down here. Step 1, prepare to open a new cafe. Now you will need to question number 1. So stage 1 is prepare to open a new cafe. Complete the question below using right BSBIN Polity Appendix A and scenario Appendix B. Let's quickly review A and B and then we come back here. This is Appendix A, all the policies. The resource acquisition policy. Remember yesterday we were talking about how if you need to acquire resources, you need the approval form. Okay. Recruitment and selection policy, staff code of conduct. Some of it is already known to you. If not, just open them and view them. Okay. Appendix B, stage 1. You have been appointed as a manager. Congrats. For a new right BSBIN cafe due to open in the center, the CBD. The cafe is scheduled to open in 12 weeks, 3 months time. As the manager, you are responsible for overseeing the operation to fit out the new cafe with all necessary equipment. You are also required to source, train, recruit 2 new staff ready for its grand opening. The cafe must be equipped with tableware, glasses, consumables such as surveillance, coaster, straws, etc. Standard thing. Food supply to meet the menu requirement will not be a part of this plan and will be completed by the chef on the separate occasion. So what we are doing is just preparation. The managing director, Mark Penfold, has given you a budget of 60,000 Aussie dollar to fit out the cafe as well as recruit and train the staff. Okay, so it's for everything. He has asked you to put together an operation plan ensuring the cafe will be open and ready in 12 weeks time. That's your stage 1. Okay. I mean, we'll be reviewing it coming back. I mean, only stage 2. Okay, let's do stage 2. What is stage 2? So this is all the basic preparation. What you are doing is responsible for operation, for the necessary equipment, to source and train recruits. So HR, any physical resources, that's your responsibility. It must be equipped with all the necessary decor. You got 60,000 with you, you got 3 months time, 12 weeks time, not even 3 months, 12 weeks is 84 days. You have met with Mark Penfold regarding your proposed operation plan and fit out of the cafe, as well as your plans for recruiting, training new staff for the launch. Your operation plan has been approved and will officially come into effect next week. So stage 1, you are preparing. Stage 2, you proposed it, and the who is this? The director, managing director, Mark Penfold, has approved it. Okay, and it's coming into effect next week. The Mark has asked to answer for the following question so he can stay on top of how the project is processing. And then you got time frame and all this. And we'll come back to all this later stage. We don't have to do everything in one. I mean, let's take it step by step. Yeah, there is a lot here. We'll come to this. Never mind. Let's go to our earlier part. Stage 1. Complete the question below using the appendices and scenario. Part B. What was Appendix B? Stage 1, you are to recruit the staff, you got 60,000 budget and all that. If you want, like it's absolutely fine, rather than going up and down, what you can do is just paste this Appendix B, Stage 1 and 2 here. Just copy it, don't cut and paste it, just copy it. And maybe if you want to make it a bit tiny or change the color. Yeah, make it a bit tiny, change some font, you know. Don't like this. This is my favorite, my personal favorite font. I wish I had this handwriting, but I never. I'm gifted with other things, so okay. Right, so this is your Appendix B. So it's handy because you got the question here, you got the appendix here, right? It helps. If it doesn't, don't change it. Yeah, if you think you are fine, right. You will need to conduct research and consult with other professionals in the community to determine the resources needed in order for you to be able to meet the stated objective of the operation plan. Whom will you consult with and why? Okay. So what research will you do? It's 60,000 budget enough to start with? Yeah. As a manager, you are responsible for overseeing the preparation to fit out the new cafe with necessary equipment. That's what you are doing. Also required to source, train 2 new staff ready for the grand opening. That's what must be equipped with. I mean, this is what you definitely need. Yeah, along with other things. Food supply is not part of you. That's fine. To fit out and recruit the staff. So that's what you are using your 60,000 for. He's asking you to put together an operation plan. So that's what you are doing. And cafe will be open in 12 weeks time. Okay. I mean, it's not 3 months, but I wouldn't write 12 weeks and 3 months together. I just either it's 12 weeks or it's 3 months. Okay. So once you design the operation plan, you can start responding to these questions. Okay, how will you meet with this professional? Are you meeting with them face to face? Oh, okay, yep, it's on. Will you meet them face to face or via email consultation or via Zoom call, Skype call? Up to you. Yeah. What would be the appropriate model of operation plan to use in this situation? Again, you can refer to Learner's Guide for this one. Which model of operation plan would you prefer? I'm just minimizing space. I mean, you can extend it if you want. What would be appropriate process to use when setting up a budget to ensure that you stay within the budget limitation? Now, it's a good question in my opinion. Because most of the time, in order to stay within the budget, you'll have to compromise something. So I would really approach this question differently. I got 60,000 for the cafe purchase, recruit and train the staff. So I need to spend the 60,000 for literally everything. One is a recruit, other is a training of the staff member. We know the recruitment process. You have to place an advertisement, you have to get interview, get some checks done. Like, in Australia, we got working with children check if you're into education industry, or medical checkup, or some reference checkup, right? To ensure that that's the right candidate. Okay, so you need the dollar value for each of this. For training, yes, then you might need a new laptop, new equipment, right? Some desk, some furniture, whatever, right? And okay, so that's everything for that. Okay, so just how would you ensure that you are staying within the budget, right? So like I said yesterday, remember contingency. So if I have 60,000, I will only plan for 50,000 or 45,000. I will leave aside 10 or 15,000 as a contingency. What if the training cost more? What if the recruitment cost more? What if the resources that I'm looking for cost more? Then I can't go more than 60,000. So set aside some dollar value, 5, 10, 15,000, whatever you feel like, for the purpose of contingency. So if something goes over, I'll only plan for 45 or 50,000. Yeah, that's a very good valid point. I mean, you need to decide. All answer could be unique. Okay, who will you need to involve in this discussion regarding the budget purchase of any stakeholders? The HR manager, procurement manager, resource manager, right, should be involved, or some experienced staff member who have got some purchasing experience. Okay, who might you need to get approval from for this operation plan to proceed? That's the director, Mark Penfold. If I know it right, Mark Penfold. Yep, the director. Once the plan is approved, how would you communicate this plan to your team members? Would you call a one-off meeting, or will you email them, or would you print the operation plan and get everyone's signature? What will you do to get the approval for? Okay. Mark Penfold has provided you with the operation plan templates, Appendix C, to complete as a part of your cafe opening preparation. The plan will ensure that you set accurate timeline targets, keep to budget, and take into account contingency. Like I said, contingency is very, very important part. Most of the failure of any plan happens just because there is not planning of proper contingency. If you take care of that, you will be like really, your chances of failure would reduce a lot drastically. Okay. You need to complete the following section as a part of your plan: timeline, resources, budget for approval, targets or KPI, plan for contingency, a risk assessment, strategy for monitoring, documenting the requirement. Okay, so let's go and look at Appendix C. It's right at the end. I think this is Appendix C. Time frame, plan objective. So all those points are captured here: KPI, resource requirement, and you detail all of them. Okay, then we got documentation requirement, budget, what is required, finance, how do you take care of, action plan, task, who, when, any performance measurement. By the way, I must remind one thing: this in gray has to be removed when you submit me. Yeah, don't keep it there. That's just for a sample. Okay. Risk assessment and mitigation, insignificant or minor, anything in the gray should be removed, everything else should stay, right? This is the risk category. What goes in here? This is a sample for you. Now you need to have your own risk assessment here. Based on this, which one do you think is a high chances or a moderate chances, right? Almost certain with insignificant, that's minor, but almost certain with catastrophic effect is an extreme risk factor. For example, if you are building the cafeteria right on ocean bank and you know is a high flood environment, is raining for last few days and it's forecasted to rain a lot longer because of El Nino effect or something, then what is the chance of your cafe being hit by flood? Almost certain. And if it does, it can have catastrophic effect, and not only everything will be washed away, but it can damage the equipment, it can damage your reputation, right? That why would you not plan for it when you know this is going to happen? Yeah, same thing if you are planning a wedding in an open space, right? What could happen? It could be a lot windy, right? It could be rain. You need to plan for all that. Okay, that's what it's saying. So you need to have your risk factor here. The risk, the likelihood, the impact. That's a likelihood. This is the impact that will have. And what is the mitigation strategy? How can you minimize or avoid the risk? Contingency. Again, the one in a gray has to be removed. Progress monitoring, and then is appendix C. We'll come to that later. So this is your appendix C for stage 1. Again, if you want, you can copy or cut that appendix and paste it in stage 1. Just right here when it says, yeah, it's up to you if you want to do that. Any doubt with stage 1? Or all clear? Awesome. Stage 2. I'll have to finish them in one go. So there is a connection. Let me know if you get tired. I'll stop talking for a while. Yeah. Complete the question below using the policy appendix A and scenario in the appendix B. The scenario is pasted for you here, so you don't have to scroll that far. You have met Mark Penfold regarding the proposed operation plan, the fit out of the cafe, as well as your plan. It's been approved, will officially come into effect. Mark has asked the following question so he can stay on top of the progress. So he is approved. Now he has asked you to fill in the question responses. What are the guidelines of the reference checking when recruiting staff? For those using the cafe has to refer to the recruitment policy. Can you just recruit anyone you like? Or are you following any guideline for recruitment? Just because you felt, oh, this candidate is really good, male or female, doesn't matter. Will you just recruit them because you felt good? Or will you follow the recruitment policy before recruiting someone?
Follow the recruitment policy.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, that's what you have to write here. And what does a policy say? Are you looking for a particular type of education or this many number of experience, right? You'll have to go to recruitment policy, which is up here. You'll have to double click on it and it will open. I'm happy to documents and event. Okay, where would I save it? I'll just save it to okay, I'm just sharing that file with everyone. Okay, it's not allowing me to share, maybe because it's open or I don't know. It was happening yesterday as well. Okay, that's fine. I'll try again. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so view that policy. View that policy. The policy is like all section must be completed, there is like a job analysis, screening process, interview, reference check, offer the process, job analysis, and what does the screening process involve, what does the interview process involve, and all that thing. I mean, it's a good, decent 6-page document. Yeah, please refer to that. Number 2, what are the 3 criteria that a purchase order must address when looking to purchase goods and services for this using, because we are using this, I would just change. Okay, again, let's go there. Resource acquisition, I'll have to save that. And again, share it with everyone. Okay, okay, so with that resource acquisition, there is a policy, procedure, identification of supplier. So when this question is asking you that what would you do, 3 criterias, you need to have quotation. Oh, I just sent it to Simon. I should send it to everyone. Sorry. Okay, I just sent it to everyone. I mean, just refer to that, and you must have quotation and all that thing, as a part of the one of the criteria. Okay. Now, referring back to the operation plan that you have created for stage 1, what areas would you monitor to assess the operation plan is on a track with your stated objective, timeline, or budget? What is it that you will do to track your operation plan? Okay, number 4, what are the benefits of regular reviewing your operation plan? It is a 3 months plan or 84 days plan. You need to review it more frequently so you are on track. Yeah, the benefit is you are on a track. If you need to change anything, you can do it. Nothing goes beyond your control. Yeah, and how would you monitor the performance of your targets or KPI? You can set again, put it on a wall. Every meeting that you have with everyone, discuss about those. Yeah, couple of things like that. How do you monitor performance? KPI. Any questions, stage 2? Anyone else? All good? Elizabeth, you're right. Good. The queen can never be unsettled. Yeah. Stage 3. To complete this stage, you need to take the operational plan and the resources that you have created in stage 1 and present them to your team for consultation. You are to arrange a meeting with at least 2 people to play the role of the team members. You may nominate colleagues, classmates, or other adults who undertake tasks of this. In your team meeting, do the following. Present your operation plan and resource requirements. Seek feedback from them. Discuss the contingency plan that can be added to the operation plan. Based on the feedback you received in a presentation, you need to make adjustment to your operation plan. To manage contingencies that may arise, complete the following. Develop at least 4 recommendations for variation to the operation plan. Make adjustment based on a feedback. And add in at least 2 contingency in the plan.
Is good question, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, could you please send me this copy, please? Because the one that I downloaded from my village, it doesn't have stage 3 in there.
No. I'll send you this. Yeah. I'm anyway going to send to everyone because I have this red font and everything, which someone really told me, no, it's very helpful. Please keep on sending it to us. Yeah. So definitely I'll send it to everyone. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. So what you are doing in stage 3, present your via a meeting with at least 2 people. Seek the feedback from the team members. So those team members should provide some input. So if you're doing with your family member, just have some sentences for them, so they will say something back to you that, hey, so and so, hey manager, how about have you thought of this as a contingency, right? And you need to submit the revised operation plan. So whenever you are submitting, I need 2 copies of the operation plan version 1 and operation plan version 2, or the updated. And only those sections which you're updating has to be highlighted. Oh, this was a thing, and this is the highlighted updated one. Yeah, makes sense? Okay. And you have to at least have 4 recommendations for variation. So if you got 2 colleagues, or 2 members as team members, right? It could be family members, friends, colleague, doesn't matter. William has really on 2 decent work colleagues. Yeah, William, they're always happy. So is Asbin. Asbin is always someone in Fiji. Yeah, it's good. Charles has very cute daughters. They're helping us. So is Gibson, Simon. It's good. Stick to them. Why? Because they know, oh, daddy is home, right? Or the doctor is here. It's time for us to act, isn't it? Yeah. And I can see, they are also enjoying, because it's not only me doing the homework, you are also doing the homework. Right? They understand that thing. No, but I like how it's been done so far. It's been great, but you are giving 2 recommendation to each of it and 2 contingency. Yeah, I mean, just read that, and just when you're writing script for them, just risk contingency classing. Okay, right. So stage 3 is cool. Now that you have developed the 4 recommendation for variation to the operation plan, meet with a manager to gain approval with the implement changes. You may nominate a colleague, classmate, or other adults who undertake the task of the role play. When meeting with the manager, present the plan, present the contingency plan, gain the approval. The meeting needs to be observed by your assessor via evidence submission of via video recording. So that's your role play number 2. Okay, update the plan based on approval. You amended the plan needs your amended plan needs to reflect a minimum of 4 variation and 2 contingency. That's what I said here, right? So stage 3 and 4 are the same. Stage 3, you are discussing with the team member. Again, those 2 team member can be literally anyone. You are presenting the plan, taking the feedback, discuss the contingency, and they say, oh, okay, but how about this one? And you say, oh, it's a good recommendation, number 1. Number 2, Number 3, number 4, for recommendation, updating your adjustment in the plan and to contingency in the plan. That's what you are doing. But your original plan was already approved by the director. So what you are doing now, you're going back to the director. Hey, Mark, I had meeting with this work colleague and they suggested, they recommended this. So this is my updated operation plan. So you are praising the updated. You are not presenting the original one. You are presenting the updated one, right? You need to reflect a minimum of 4 variation and 2 contingency. That's your stage 4. Any question? 1, 2, 3, 4. All good till stage 4? Yep, okay. Stage 5. To ensure that the successful operation of a new cafe once it opens, you have been asked to ascertain a recruitment and onboarding of the 2 staff members. It is critical to the success of the operation plan that these new staff members have the skills necessary to help to achieve the plan's goal, isn't it? If you just recruit someone and don't train them well, you only got 12 weeks of time frame. Within this time when you are recruiting someone, training them for something, it's too short. Yeah, you have been asked to assist in the recruitment and onboarding process by developing interview questions for the new roles suitable to the requirement of the operation plan. Okay, interview questions is what you are preparing. Develop a minimum 6 interview questions that you as an interviewer could ask the participant. The question must align with the goals of operation plan to be an effective way. Okay, that's very important. Must align with the goals of the operation plan. Provide details that will assist in the onboarding process of the new staff member. Make recommendations for the essential skill training required for the staff members to settle in the new role and contribute to the plan. Align onboarding process with the policies. That's fine. You are to send interview question and onboarding information in an email to the HR and the cafe manager seeking feedback on a proposed recruitment. So this stage 5 is an email. Okay. So the body of the email, you could go something like this. Dear HR manager and cafe manager, just have 2 participants in your email to list, 2 or CC list, doesn't matter. Yeah. I hereby seek your feedback for the following 6 questions for the interview process. Just write 6 questions. Happy to look into your feedback. That's it. And the 6 questions that you design should somehow support the operation plan objective goal, right? Simple enough. Okay, rather than writing it as a part of the document, you are writing that as a part of email and sending that snipping snapshot of that email or the whole email itself. However you do it, it's fine as long as it's there. Yeah. And the final stage. As a part of the operation plan, you need to report information on operation performance. Refer to the scenario Appendix D and complete the operation plan progress report Appendix D, aligning the progress of the operation plan with performance objective, budget requirement, existing contingency, organization requirement, everything. Once you have completed the progress report, draft an email to your manager summarizing the outcome of the progress made and summarizing the outcome. You are not writing an essay to your manager. They don't have that much time to read. Summarizing is the key. Okay, let's go to Appendix D and see what that. Right, scenario, stage 6 scenario. Yeah, operation plan progress report. The plan is halfway through completion. The fit out of the new CBD has already been ongoing, but there have been some changes. The hot water system in a cafe has been breaking down, and the project manager has decided the following. Hire an inspector to check all the plumbing plumbing, sorry, 500 a day, replace the system with 3,500. And this was the reason that I was asking you to set aside 10 or 15,000 as a contingency. Yeah, always. The whole system is 3,500. Now to fix it, it might take a week. You're spending 3,500, so 7,000 gone out of your 10,000 or 15,000 set aside. Yeah. The hiring process has gone well and 2 candidates has been found to fill the vacant role. However, Stephen, who was scheduled to be a daytime manager of the cafe, as it's why it has been offered another role. A new manager will be found and the salary expectation is anticipated to be 80,000 a year. Finally, the new cafe budget has been to spend around 20,000 on new equipment. However, an old coffee machine was discovered in a store and can be used in a cafe. This will save 7,000. Okay, so you had some plan. I mean, you must go step by step. You had some plan, you got the amended, you got the contingency, and finally, as a halfway through, and all of a sudden, there are 2 new variables. The hot water system is one variable. Another manager say, oh, okay, I've been offered another position, da 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 da, right? Salary expression into 80,000 a year. So for 3 months or 84 days or 12 weeks, this is how you should do it. To get the actual number, I mean, it won't come up here. 80,000 divided by 52 will give you what? Per week salary, whatever that is. Yeah, 80,000 divided by 52. That's 1538 and times by 12. Yeah, whatever that is, right? Whatever that is times by 12, because you are appointing them for 12 weeks or appointing them for only 8 weeks is up to you. Or appointing them for because you need to train them, isn't it? For training, you need to pay them. They need to be on the site. So you say, oh, the recruitment and everything goes on for 4 weeks, goes on for 6 weeks. So you're not paying them for whole 12 weeks. It's up to you how many weeks you are paying them for. Yeah, you can write down 8, you can write down or 6. Yeah, 8 or 6, and then have the justification, whatever that comes out to be. Yeah, about 9 or 10,000 or whatever. Now, this is your progress report, overall progress status. Significant updates, budget updates, gain or losses. Remember, you need to capture this as a loss, this as a gain. You are saving some dollar here, as it says, but this is an additional cost, which wasn't there earlier. Recommended action, additional comment, and thank you very much. Okay, now in a summary, what you are doing, I got something here. Okay. Very important part of the document. Summary, what you must submit. It's on page 10, FYI. Upon the completion of task, you are to submit stage 1, which is there. Just fill in the template and the draft operation plan. 2 things. 1, 2. Stage 2, completed stage 2 questions. Stage 3, just the video with the team members, I would say, 2 of them. Yeah. Evidence of the approval with the manager. That's a video as well. Final approved, final variation and contingency. And this is an email seeking the feedback with HR and the cafe manager. And this is the progress report and email to the manager. So I would say progress report. I will just leave it here. Email to the manager. Any questions? I'm going to send you this file, so don't worry. Yeah. Any questions? No questions?